I was scrolling online and I saw this beautiful wrap top or blouse made with a stripe fabric. And because I have some leftover stripe fabric at home, I decided to make one for myself. So this is what my outcome looks like. And if you don't want your sleeveless, as you can see from the pictures I showed you earlier in this video, you can make yours as a long sleeve. You can add sleeve to yours and you are good to go. So this is what the blouse looks like on me after putting it on. It looks really, really cute, simple, and very nice. And this is very easy to make. I think I made this within in less than an hour. I made it in less than an hour. So if this is a tutorial you're interested in, please like this video, drop a comment for me in the comment section, share this video with your friends and community. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Like I said earlier, these are leftover fabric. If you're a small size of, let's say, size 6, size 8, you can get half yard of the smaller color and 1 yard of the bigger color. Or you can just get one and half if you are using the same color all through. And if you're of a bigger size, I would advise you get maybe 1 yard each just to make it work. And if you're adding sleeve, you know you will need more than this. I would also like to mention that you don't have to use a stripe fabric if you don't have. If you have any fabric that goes where you can mix it. It can be Ankara, it can be Duchess, or any fabric of your choice. You can just mix it together to make this. So guys, I'll be drafting a pattern, and this pattern is for the back. I'm drafting the back first, so we'll use the back to now cut the front. You will see that very soon. So these are my lines, and this is the shoulder line, this is the armhole line, this is the waistline. And for my blouse, I love short blouse. If you notice, my blouse are always short, and sometimes they are not intentional, but I just love short blouse. So this is my blouse. I think I just did maybe 6 inches below the half length or 7 inches below. You may be wondering why I don't have my bust length or bust line on this pattern. Most time when I'm drafting my back bodies, I use the armhole line for the bust line. So I don't add the bust. But if I'm drafting for the front, I usually add it. But since this is the back pattern, that's why I did not add it. And for your measurement, I would advise you add a little bit to your measurement. Let's assume your initial bust is 36. You can use 38 so that it can be a little bit free and it is not too tight on you. So just add 2 inches to all your measurements before you start measuring. So you measure your bust divided by 4, your waist divided by 4, and your hip divided by 4. You connect it together. We don't need that for this, and if you want to add that, it's optional. You can add that, but I did not use that for mine at all. So after connecting all the points together, for the blouse length over here, I just went up by 1 inch. Then I blend it into the blouse, to the center back over there. For the neckline, I'm using 3 inches wide by 1 inches depth. Like I said, this is the back pattern. So this is what I used for the neckline. So I'll go ahead now and cut this out. Since we are done with the back, what we'll do now is to use our back to cut the front. And as you can see that the front is folded. The back is not folded, but the front is folded. And this is because of the wrap effect at the front. So that's why you need to fold it. So I'll place it on it like this, and I'll just go ahead and just cut it out. So let me go ahead and label the back, and I will label the front so that I don't mix them up. I can actually mix them up, but let me just label for you guys to see the difference. So like I said, the back is not on fold, but the front is on fold. Now it's time to measure our neckline before we do the wrap effect. So for this neckline, I'm using 7 inches. I'm using 7 inches for the neckline. This is how deep I want my neckline to be. If you don't want yours to be this deep, you can reduce it, and if you want it to be deeper than this, you can increase it. But I use 7 inches for mine. So as you can see, the way I connected it to the center front, Then I'll open up the pattern. So I'm trying to locate my waist on this pattern. So this is the waistline here. After that, the next thing you will do is to extend this line, the line coming from the neckline. You will extend it to meet this line on the waist. That line you made on the waist, you will extend the line. As you can see the way I place the ruler, so this is what you will do. You just extend the line to get to the waist like this. As you can see that the line is a continuation of the neckline. Please, that's what I did. So the next thing we'll do now is to locate the center line here. So I'm just using a light, like I'm just marking it lightly, just the center here. So what you will now do is to go inward by 2 inches. Go inward by 2 inches. Don't make mistake of coming outward by 2 inches. Oh, go inward by 2 inches. Then you connect it to this point too. So this is how you get the shape at this area. Please, if you don't understand, you can watch this again so that you don't make mistake. So this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. So the first thing I did was to measure my neckline here. Then after measuring the neckline, I extended the neckline to meet my waistline. I extended it to meet my waistline here. Then the next thing I did was to measure 2 inches away from this center line. Yes. Then I connected it to that line stopping at the waist area, and that is all you will do. So the part I labeled front is the part we need, and while the other parts, yeah, I'll be cutting it away. We don't need this part anymore. So this is the only part we need. And when we are cutting our fabric, we'll be cutting double of this, and for the back we just cut one. So now I want to cut the front. If you notice the way my line is, the line on my fabric, the way it is, so that's what I'm following. You can also follow the line if you want that design. As you can see the line, so I went ahead to cut this and I added my sewing allowance. So for the side I added 1 inch, for the M line I added 1 inch, and for this side too I added 1 inch. So this is what it looks like after cutting. For the back also, I've already cut that out, so I will show you what we have. So this is what we have. I did not really add much sewing allowance at the armhole because I want the armhole to go a little bit inward. So that's why I did not add, like, I think I just add a little bit of sewing allowance there. So this is the front, and I cut the two fabric. If you are using the same fabric, cut the same thing. If you are using different fabric, pin it together. If you notice the way I pinned my fabric together, the lines are on the same, the lines are following the same pattern on the green fabric and on the pink fabric. So I make sure that I pinned it in such a way that the lines are following the same pattern so that they don't look different. So this is what the front looks like. I've marked the wrong side and I've marked the right side so that I don't get confused too. So this is what the front is looking like. And for the back, this is my back. I also added 1 inch by the side, and for the bottom to hem it I added 1 inch, and for the neckline and the armhole I added, I think, 1/4 inch there. So it's time to start sewing, and we'll start with the front. So what I will do now is to hem this part here. I will fold it 1/2 inch. Then I will also, after sewing this part here, look at what I'm doing. I'll sew this part here, I'll fold it half. Then I'll also do the same to this side also. You know, we added 1 inch at these two sides, we added 1 inch, so I'll go ahead and also sew that one. I'll also do the same thing too for the green fabric. And for the back, I'll just turn the neckline with a bias tape. So I went ahead to make some rope, and this rope is of two lengths. One is longer than the other, so I will tell you which one you will fix on each of the sides very soon. So now I went ahead to join the front to the back at the shoulder. You know, I said I will hem the neckline of the back with a bias, so that was what I did. So I've done the hemming of this front, this side, as you can see what I did. So this is how I want my wrap top to be. So since the green is more, so I want the pink to show at the front. So this is what we have currently. So now I'll go ahead and fix my rope. So the longer rope will be fixed on the one that will be outside. As you can see, it's the pink that is outside. So you fix your shorter rope on this one. So I'm just pinning it down just like this, so that when I want to sew, I'll just sew on it, while the longer rope will be on the wrap, on the wrap side that will be inside. I don't know if that is correct. On this side that will be inside, so that's where the longer rope will be. So what I just did is to make one of the rope times two, so the longer one is just times two of the shorter one. So that was what I did. So this rope will pass through the side and it will come out. So when we are sewing, we'll leave some space at that point. As you can see, that I note that this is the side that the rope will pass through. So the rope coming from the green side is passing through this pink area. So I will leave half inch at the side here. I will not sew it. So when I start joining, I will skip half inch at the waist area, so that the rope can pass through it when I'm sewing. While for this other side, you don't need to leave anything. You just sew it all through. You sew it all through. Then for the armhole, I'll go ahead and hem it. And for the bottom too, I'll go ahead and hem it, because we don't have much to do on this blouse at all. So after I was done, this is what I have at the side. This is what I have. So this is the rope coming from the green side. I left a small opening here of half inch, so the rope will pass through at the waist area. So this is how the rope will pass through it. Then it will pass the back. The rope coming from the green side will pass the back like this, then it will come to the side. So if you are wearing it, this is how you will tie the rope. Then you can now tie it here. You see the reason why the rope coming from the green side should be longer, because it has to go through the back and come back to the side. So this is what my blouse is looking like. It came out really, really beautiful and very, very cute. If you want to add sleeve to yours, you can go ahead and do any design of sleeve you want to add. You can add any type of sleeve. Actually, you can add a basic sleeve, a puff sleeve, or any sleeve of your choice. You can just be creative with your sleeve. And this is what the blouse looks like on me. It really came out cute, very nice, and very perfect. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you haven't liked, please like this video, drop a comment for me in the comment section, share this video with your friends and community. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for doing that, and I will see you in my next tutorial. Bye.